Hey guys, what's going on? Fizz here once again. So this video is kind of going to be like a wrap up of day one of the Merry Fizmas Share Everything League, as well as my like build diary entry, my thoughts on the build I'm playing. So I started out, I knew I was going to play Glad Shield Crush because I started to push it in Atlas Invasion, and then I ended up not being able to play it as much as I wanted to because people started pushing Necro Ladder really hard, and then I had to go and fight for spots. So I knew I wanted to play Glad, and I was going to go for Shield Crush like I did in Atlas Invasion. But after doing I started Shield Crush, I got the maps on Shield Crush, I mapped for a while on Shield Crush. I putzed around with Spectral Shield Throw a little bit. A big disclaimer here is that I actually did not play Spectral Shield Throw last league at all. So I don't have any preconceived notions of how it ought to feel, right? Like I didn't experience it pre-nerf. So going in with that mindset, I didn't really have any expectations of it. As well as I did play Shield Crush pre-nerf. But obviously Shield Crush does not hit as bad as Spectral Shield Throw. However, after playing it, as you can see in the back, this is just early mapping footage. This is like maybe, I don't know, like an hour or two into maps. I'm not super far. Like I think I'm somewhere in the 70s here. Like I ended the night at like low 80s or something, and I was like just getting into like mid yellows or something. Like it wasn't like obviously it wasn't like a super hard push. It's been a very fun league and everything, but I'll get into the actual league component in the latter half of the video. But for the actual build, it really surprised me after putzing around a decent amount in POB. It seems that the actual like end game DPS between Spectral Shield Throw and Shield Crush is damn near identical for the most part. So you think Shield Crush, in order to get the maximum of damage from the bleeds, right? Because you're using multi-strike, you think, well, with Crimson Dance you can get 8 bleeds on the target, right? So when you're using multi-strike and Shield Crush technically hits twice per hit because it has 2 overlapping AoEs, you're getting 6 bleeds from 1 hit, because 3 times 2 is 6. 3 hits from multi-strike with 2 AoE overlaps, right? However, only the last hit of the multi-strike gets the big damage boost. This is very similar to Lacerate in a way. It's basically Lacerate with a shield. So that means that you need to do, what is it? 4 full multi-strikes, right? So you need like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to get all 8. Because again, you hit twice per Shield Crush. To get all 8 of the 44% or 45, whatever it is, percent more damage, bleeds on them. To get like your max damage to ramp to your max damage bleeds, you basically need to get 4 full multi-strike hits off, which is 12 attacks uninterrupted. Obviously you can move in between them. Your average bleed duration is like 9 to 10 seconds on Shield Crush, so basically you have to get 3 full multi-strike hits. Sorry if I'm explaining this poorly, but you have to get 4 full multi-strike hits with Shield Crush to get your maximum bleed damage to ramp up. Whereas with Spectral Shield Throw, you just have to hit the target 8 times. Also worth noting that with Spectral Shield Throw, their bleed lasts longer because you are using like Unbound Ailments. Simply because when it comes down to it, it's like Unbound Ailments or Swift Affliction. Swift Affliction just kind of like destroys Crimson Dance. So for single target, it's not good. But Unbound Ailments is like the next best thing. Obviously not super good for like mapping and stuff because it's not as much damage up front. It's like more damage over time. And it makes it way easier to upkeep max Crimson Dance stacks. But honestly, it felt a lot smoother with Spectral Shield Throw over Shield Crush. So that's just my initial impressions. It could change later on. I'm still going to putz around between the two of them. I didn't have any like real expectation to end up playing Spectral Shield Throw, but in the end it ended up feeling better than Shield Crush, at least for the time being. I've been enjoying it a decent amount. If you guys want to see the build, I can go into that, I guess, now. Okay, so the character is, yeah, level 81. I ended day 1 with some crazy drops. So I dropped a raw 6-link, just white item 6-link. I threw a Essence of Greed on it, a Screaming, I think, for this tier, and crafted on some res. It's whatever, right? Like, I'm in, like, high whites to mid yellows right now. That's where my character's at. I have not yet started my day 2, even though it's quite late in the day. I slept most of the day, but got this. This is pretty good. Cardinal Round Shield. So I learned something yesterday that despite the terrible wording on this skill, which I'm very surprised because GG is usually pretty specific with wording, it says added damage per 15 armor or evasion, not and evasion, or evasion. That wording is terrible because this basically, following the rest of the logic of the entire game, means you can scale armor or evasion, not both. That is not true for Shield Crush and Spectral Shield Throw. You can scale both. So in the mega endgame, a Colossal Tower Shield will technically be better, but because they kind of like nerfed the ability to roll really crazy stats on it by adding like extra tiers and changing weightings, it's really, really hard to like get a super giga endgame Colossal Tower Shield. It's much easier to roll a Cardinal Round Shield, kind of with like similar stats as what I have. Flat armor, flat evasion, hybrid percent, armor and evasion, things like that. Now this shield isn't perfect, but it is very, very good for where I'm currently at in terms of like mapping. But yeah, it's super endgame. Colossal Tower Shield is going to be better, but getting those tier 1s now is a lot harder than easy. As for my weapon, I hit this right before I went to bed. This is so sweet. The only sad thing is it was full suffixes. If I had an open suffix, I would have put attack speed on instead of the damage over time, but I don't. So I don't have the attack speed, which feels like it basically makes like mapping feel marginally worse, and bossing it just, for map bosses specifically, it just takes longer to ramp. But it's I mean, as you could see in the footage, things were basically instantly dying anyway. Even map bosses just kind of like fell down instantly. So I've had no issues. This weapon is really nice to drop this so early on. This is basically the best possible weapon I could get at this item level. Like, this base is only 73. These are basically the highest tiers I can get. The only thing that could make this better is, again, an attack speed roll, and then the increased damage with bleeding roll. But the increased damage with bleeding roll is a very small damage increase. The attack speed is the only thing that would like actually feel a lot better to have. But this is really good. 19% damage over time multiplier, a bunch increased fizz damage over time, and then crafted on damage over time. And I got some res on there as well. Very cool. Gloves are whatever. If you're wondering why the benchcraft is such a low tier, I've not yet gotten Maze, so I don't have the end tier of Lifecraft, and I'm also out of Alks, so I can't put on the next tier. So my Lifecrafts, some of my benchcrafts are like quite low tier, but it's got some resist and some spell sup rather, so it's okay. The boots, it's kind of the same deal. Good amount of life, good amount of move speed, some res, you know, I'll take it. Helmet, same thing. When I can actually get a better benchcraft on this helmet's actually not that bad. Obviously not something you'd want to use long term, but it's really good for what it is. It's got double res on it. We have 32 life due to a hybrid roll of, I believe, armor and life. Evasion and life, excuse me. And then benchcrafted on life, which can go up to like 70 whatever, right? And then we also have 33 strength, which is an additional 16 to 17 life. So this is actually like a 120 life helmet with the highest tier of life benchcraft. Moving on, the rings are nothing special, really trash rings. I've been using this ring since like Act 2, Act 3. I did, however, just pick this coral ring up off the ground as is. It's insane for what it is. Okay, we're looking at tier 1 life, tier 1 all res, and then some decent fire, some decent chaos. Like, for what this ring is, it's really good. If this was on a 2-stone base, it would be like nuts. So very nice find there. And then this belt, I've actually been using this belt since like Act 4. I just picked it up like this, got it out of a chest or something, and it's nice. I do need the life and the chaos res and stuff is nice, but this is like a good intro mapping belt. You know, it's like, that's 95 life on a belt slot, not bad. So moving on, the tree. If you guys want, I'll link my current character's POB down below. The tree is like super scuffed right now. Like, I didn't have enough regrets to spec out a Fortify from Shield Crush and things like that, so it's not in a super good state. I did go and grab Poacher's Aim from Act 5 to help with clear a little bit in like super dense areas. I've not yet done Uber Lab, but when I do, I'll grab Pain Forge. Friendly reminder, this is a hardcore league. Technically, if you want to be super safe, you could go for Pain Forge first. I'm confident, and I really wanted to zoom, so I went for Arena Challenger. This node feels so good. It's so fast. You're so zoomy. I love it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff still. I'm currently getting Cannibalistic Right for damage. I need to pick up damage over here. There's masteries I still need to pick up. Some life here. Small life nodes. Like, there's so much stuff to grab. I have not yet grabbed Versatile Combatant because I haven't done Uber Lab. I don't have Pain Forge. My attack block on this character is super low. It's only at 37, so I'm not over capped, so I can't get myself any spell block. But once I do Uber Lab, that's when I'll like take some of the shield masteries, getting the additional block from there as well, and kind of like start to scale my spell block and my attack block as well. But yeah, that's kind of like a general overview of the tree. I'll have the POB down below. Links that I'm running right now is Spectral Shield Throw, Vicious Barrage, Cruelty, Life Tap, Brutality, and Unbound Ailments. You could also, like, optimally at this point in the game, you would put Swift Affliction where Unbound Ailments is, because it allows you to map way faster. It's way more, again, like I said earlier, way more upfront damage. Unbound Ailments is only good for like bosses, bosses, pretty much. I mean, Conquerors too, but it's not like good for mapping, which is what 90% of my gameplay is going to be for the, you know, the next day or two probably. But as you can see, this is a armor ES base, so getting 3 off colors on that's hard. I got this with Harvest Crafts, the off color crafts, and I decided to stick with this for now. I have a bunch of other problems I need to sort out before min-maxing some damage. Even having a 6 link at this point in the league is nuts anyway. So I took it. I didn't get greedy. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you want to see the links and whatever, again, the POB will be down below. If you have questions on the build, let me know. Now I will, I'm going to go back over here. And I'm going to let you guys look at more mapping footage. And I am going to talk about the league. So again, the league's only rules, and this is open to everyone. I want to say this so far, initial impressions, it's been like a really big success, way bigger than I was expecting. I thought I'd be lucky if I got 10 or 15 people to play along with me. Right now we're sitting at like almost 40 people. And I do want to say, if you guys see this and you want to play in the league, please do. Maybe I should have put, maybe I should have reversed the parts of this video. This should have been at the start. But if you want to play in the league, feel free. I will put the link down in the description below. And if the spots fill up, don't worry, join the wait list. As soon as I notice it's full, I'll buy more slots so everyone can get a chance to play. So the rules of the league are as follows. Hardcore. No detonate dead of any type. No exsanguinate trapper. No seismic trapper of any kind. And no trading of any kind. It's very similar to BPL in the sense that anything you get you don't need, you give to your team members, except there's no teams in this. It's just like a collaborative thing. It's just for fun. The Merry Fizmas League, Secret Santa League, whatever you want to call it, right? So you get something you don't need, you pass it on. It's like the same thing. Private leagues, obviously, it is technically a trade league. So private leagues have their own like trade like API on the trade website, so you can go over there and just browse the trade menu, see what everyone has for sale in their tabs. You see something you like, you just whisper to them, they give it to you. Also the global chat, the global channel we're on is 1268. So people, if they get a crazy drop and they don't want to wait for the trade API or whatever, they think someone can use it right away, they just link it in global. And it's been fun. I named my guy Fizz Santa Claus, like as expected. I figured I would just be like siphoning down or funneling down a bunch of like gear and maps and stuff to people progressing behind me, which is pretty much how it's been. I've already got some like crazy gear that I've passed along. It's been fun. It's been cool. So it's nice seeing everyone working together, and a lot of people have been having fun with it. It's a lot of people's first time playing hardcore. So if you've never played hardcore and you're kind of interested in trying it, this is a really easy environment to do so, because people can, again, like funnel you gear, get you over the first like hurdle of like early game league start, where the game is the most punishing, because I'm sure you guys know, like making your like second, third character when you have a bunch of like leveling uniques and like currency and stuff to craft gears you level and whatnot. It is way easier than like the initial league start where you're like scraping together transmutation shards to try to get like one res craft on one piece, you know. But yeah, it's been awesome so far. I'm super enjoying it. Right now it is only a 10-day league. I am going to reassess and see how many people are still playing around the 6 to 7 day mark. If a lot of people are still playing and there's a decent amount of interest, I will extend it to 20 days. So we're just going to test the waters and see how it goes. In the future, I would like to kind of maybe expand this if I can get more like, again, obviously I'm like a small content creator, but if I can get more social pull or, you know, clout or something along those lines, if I can grow more, it would be really cool to do something kind of like what Quinn attempted to do in the past, is do the same concept, except expand on it, make a wider list of what is available and what is not available to play in terms of builds, a true ethical only trade league where like a lot of meta stuff is taken out of the equation, so it's not everybody playing the same stuff. I think it would be really cool. We could even maybe toy with the idea of like adding like a randomizer, so we will put like a bunch of different builds in, and then people can like play the league, and then, you know, you will kind of like similar to BPL, you'll be assigned a build instead. But there are hiccups with that, because like if someone doesn't like the build they got or whatever, they just won't play the league, you know. But there's all sorts of stuff we could do. But I think like trimming down, like getting the no DD, no exsanguinate seismic trap, going from there and kind of like expanding on it. And then like obviously everyone doesn't need to be playing Wild Strike, but if we could like just add to the list, you know, of like what you can't play, and then people will get more creative with what they can play, just, you know, just for fun. But yeah, so far the league's been great. Again, if you guys want to play or if you have questions or anything, links will be down below, and feel free to join the Discord or whatever. If you want to talk to people, group up, whatever. It's been a blast. So as soon as this video goes up, I'm going to be live on Twitch with my day 2, and it's going to be awesome. Probably. So yeah, Spectral Shield Throw. Takeaways from this video. Spectral Shield Throw feels great. Shield Crush feels great still. Though I think Spectral Shield Throw, at least right now for me, is edging out. Shield Crush does feel like it maps slightly faster in really dense areas. Like you can see right here. I think this was a T7 map, so this is right when I'm pushing into yellows. But as you could see there, like when things get really, really dense, one Shield Crush is going to do it, right? Because it's going to hit everything and everything's going to instantly explode. But for Spectral Shield Throw, it'll bounce a few times, it'll hit stuff, and then not everything will explode when you're dealing with like really, really dense packs. But yeah, overall, I'm preferring Spectral Shield Throw. It is also, it's very fun. It's very League of Legends. You really get to like orb walk or kite, like, you know, attack, click, attack, click, attack, click, like back and forth and kite stuff around. I like the mobility of it. It's very fun. Anyway, yeah, Spectral Shield Throw is awesome. Shield Crush is awesome. The league is awesome. And hope you guys have a good one. I will be live over on Twitch, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you like the video, please thumbs it up or sub, whatever you decide to do. If you didn't, feel free to thumbs down. They don't hide it anymore, but I still see it, so I will know. But yeah, take it easy, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.